still remember the first time I felt the weight of a locked door. I was 9 years old. It was a football match in the neighborhood. I was trained and prepared, but the team was set, and my name wasn't called. Maybe not today, maybe next time, they said. But next time never came. That day I learned that exclusion isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper. It's a silent voice saying you don't belong here. And ever since then, I've had that same feeling in different stages of my life. In a classroom, in a conference table, in a society where some seats are reserved and others vanished. And I see it in her eyes. The girl who speaks but isn't heard. The woman whose hand built nation but her name is removed from history. She reached out for opportunity but the society gives her a wait list, not today. They say the world is equal, but equality without equity is like a staircase without a step. We don't just need open doors, we need ramps for those who never had a key. So what do? We stop becoming gatekeepers of privileges and start becoming builders of bridges. We stop waiting for change and start becoming it. Today, we stand, not for them but with them, because inclusion isn't a gift, it is a necessity. And justice isn't a favor, it is a right.
10 years ago, I dreamt of a world where labels lose their sting, where rich and poor are just words, not destinies declared. A world where female and male are just bodies, not bounds. Where everyone can soar unshackled from societal norms. A world when power is not a privilege but a shared responsibility. Where equality is not a dream but a lived reality. Where every voice is heard, every story is told, and every heart beats with dignity, worth, and gold. 10 years later, I woke up to the stink of reality. The harsh slap of a world that is still not just. The gap I dreamt of closing is still wide open. Leaving scars that never heal and wounds that never close. Where is that world I dreamt of? Where justice was the guide? Is it lost in the noises or hidden yet in the sea? I've searched for so many years, but I'm yet to find. But I will hold on to that dream regardless and strive to make it real. Because a world where justice reigns is a world I want to feel.
Salus populis suprema lex esto. The welfare of the people shall be the supreme law. Probably rings a bell even though all I hear is an alarm of a muffled clarion call. A call to rise to the occasion of the wrongs and thorns of a system steeped in corruption and stall. For what else must the people do who sow in equal measures, yet reaping on equal shares? If the honeycomb jobs are good for the children of those in the upper divide alone, the millionaires, and what's left are the dead-end jobs for the children of the men perpetuating in worn-out years. It worries. It worries me how long women are sidelined at the threshold of governance and administration. So today I stand at the intersection of inequality and injustice. That regardless of color, race, sex, or religion, despite our differences in ethnicity, we ought to celebrate diversity in all its forms. And to foster the inclusion, we must fight against division and discrimination, make efforts and take steps to combat social exclusion and bring about freedom. And this can only be achieved in a world where there is peace and security, and to win we must come together. Just like every 20th February is a reminder to undo the game, to do better, to fare better, and to reignite the flames where justice and freedom reign.
My dream world. Oh, I dream of a world where justice fills the air and injustice has nowhere to thrive. A world where everyone's voice is heard and respected irrespective of race, class, or tribe. Oh, I dream of a world where everyone is given equal access to the best of everything, and my success won't depend on who I know, but on what I know. Oh, I dream of a world where one gender doesn't feel endangered by the other. A world where people won't have to dig deep before giving me the dignity that I deserve. A world where resources are distributed fairly and opportunities given without depending on the fairness or the darkness of my skin. Oh, we can make this a reality, for it is not in the hands of a selected few, but with the combined efforts of me and you, we can make this dream come true. Thank you.
Human beings are equal, they say, but why then are there gaps? The poor man, the rich man, the white man, the black man, the privileged, the non-privileged. Aren't we all humans? Aren't we all supposed to be equal? I ask the white man, the black man. I ask the poor man, the rich man. I ask the privileged, the non-privileged. The women folk, the men folk too, I ask. They all reply saying, human beings are born equal. Still, I wonder, the man abuses his wife. The white man exploits the black man. The rich man cheats the poor man. The privileged oppress the non-privileged. And they all say, who the oppressed and the oppressors, human beings are equal. Oh, what hypocrisy. I say, the world should be equal for everybody, because anybody is as human as everybody, and everybody is as human as anybody. Why create rifts where you can make bridges? Why destroy bridges where you can dispel rifts? You're not good enough, they say. You don't belong. Your color isn't, your gender isn't. Oh, those ugly words. Build a bridge for the gaps, I say. A bridge of inclusion, so bold and strong. No limit for gender, for race, for name. For all human beings are born equal. All human beings should live equal, and all human beings should die equal.
What do you think can resolve the dispute about gender bias, whether in rules or mindset? What ensures that an innocent mind receives fair judgment and doesn't get punished for another person's crime? What fosters unity, togetherness, and national progress? What do you think can make the poor believe that they are neither born to be slaves nor to be inferior to the rich? Justice is the foundation upon which fairness and progress stand. When justice prevails, equity follows. When justice prevails, peace strives. When justice prevails, unity and progress becomes possible. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This is a quote said by Martin Luther King Jr. So therefore, let us embrace social justice. For where there is justice, we find true freedom, dignity, and progress. Joy Omotinola Agbaji is my name. Thank you.
Once upon a time, there lived a young man named Samuel. Samuel was the founder of a musical school that teaches young people how to make music and play musical instruments. But on a fateful day, a young child named Precious, who was deaf, indicated interest to learn how to make music. Samuel was intentional about teaching Precious, but did not quite understand how to go about it. He learned sign language and developed a method that uses sign language to teach people how to make music. And Precious went on to become a world-class musician. The lesson I took from this story is that with a little creativity and a large heart, we can drive inclusion and bridge the gap of social change. Thank you.
We may be different, but we have a common enemy: gaps. There are gaps between us, definitions that marginalize, that exclude us, that like broken bridges unseen bring people apart. Race, gender, religion, ethical concerns. Gaps make these prevent us from enjoying the society we live in. Gaps cause exclusion. Social inclusion to become history before we experience the possibilities as for our future. Gaps. Gaps can be closed when we together raise the pillar of social justice. We can include and not push away. We can bring together and not pull apart. This is the way to empower inclusion. Let us repair the broken bridges of these gaps and save a generation.
A century old, maybe a millennium. Social vices of the world something never tackled to stop. 101 times, we took the protest to the roads to fight for our beloved people, for the right to be among the crowd.
George Orwell, in his popular book Animal Farm, once said, "All animals are equal, but some are more equal than the other." How true is this statement? In today's society, societal injustice has ravaged and damaged the society. Racism, classism, and gender inequality has destroyed the entire structures that once held us together. Justice is for all, but now justice is for the privileged few that can pay the price for the poor. What can we do to prevent societal injustice? Number one, inclusive and sustainable projects that can ensure that justice system continues to flourish and function based on merits. Sustainable projects and policies are upheld in the society to ensure that offenders of social justice are brought to book. Join us on this life-changing adventure as we ensure social justice among all, the rich, the poor, male and females. Thank you and happy Social Justice Day.
See the world around us, fractured and frayed. Obvious lines drawn in the skies where shadows are laid. We speak of justice, of equality's grace, yet like matter, division occupies every space. Think of the children with eyes full of dreams, denied opportunities they often seems, their voices muffled and their potentials unseen, trapped in a system so unfair and mean. Bridge the gaps that divide us hand over hand. Empathy is a language we all understand. Let compassion be our compass, our guiding light. We build words of prejudice, tall and wide. Judging by color, these labels will hide. But skin is just a canvas, a vessel, a shell. It's the heart and the spirit, the stories we tell. Empowering inclusion is not just a phrase. It's a call to action in countless ways, to open our minds both to listen and to learn, to break down the barriers at every turn, to build a world where everyone shines as light so bright. To believe in a whisper, a change from the inside, a recognition of the humanity we share. Let kindness be our weapon and love our shield. Yes, we are falling, but no more. So together we rise, together we grow, together we stand as one. This is my dream. So thinking and spoken. A world where our voices will be heard. For a world where justice is both for me and for you. Let's build strong and tall the bridges and answer the call for one and for all.
In a land of grains and plenty, where Mother Earth bestowed this path with endowment, where the eagles soar, we have two nations, one poor, one rich. A gap so wide, a chasm so deep, and when they have nods are always in endlessly. Poverty breeds its ties. The rich get richer and the poor poorer. The civil servants, however, go to bed hungry, while the top members who do nothing ends up with more money. The healthcare workers, the heroes that save lives, are underpaid, while the son of rich men dance in suits of luxuries and nothingness. For the system's failure, the gap that never closed, leaving the vulnerable suffer and their futures burning without hope. But we can break this cycle. We can demand a living wage, an end to this reign. We can fight for social justice, where every work is rewarded with dignity and fair strike. A land of equity, where social justice is paramount for me and for you. Thank you.
Who is he that determines whose voice should be heard and whose voice should fade into silence? And when does difference become a reason for disdain? Dogs slam shut in the faces without saving face by saying wait. They say maintain your lane because we're not of the same place. We stand separated by race, by color, by borders unseen. How dare we prove our existence when voices drown in the silence of the unheard? A child denied learning because one speaks louder than dreams, thereby making him an apprentice in the devil's workshop. A man denied being heard without his name even being said, thereby making him convicted of a crime not guilty of. The blood keeps crying out, the blood of Abel, crying for justice, crying for vengeance, crying for inclusion, crying break off the chains and step across lines drawn in hate? Will you therefore stand instead of kneel, or build walls rather than bridges? I'll say, justice, or rather inclusion, isn't just a word. I know charity is a birthright. So I'll say, we speak, we rise, we belong, because justice delayed is justice denied. Thank you.